Welcome to the beautiful beast. Afternoon, van lifers. Saturday afternoon. Mrs. Hale's taking it nice and easy. Not exactly rushed off her feet. So we're parked up in Imessouane beach. Tamarat. Anyway, a beach not far from Tagazout. There's a big building site over there. There's a Moroccan chap there. There's a Moroccan chap in B-dub, which is quite nice. And we're just taking it easy, and I'm sitting there uploading next week's video. And that's about as exciting as it's going to get today. We have been for a swim, which was very nice. We're going to have a recording frenzy this week because I've got no videos in stock anymore. So all of the data or media I had in is gone. So I'm gonna have to work hard this week, and which is fun. You know, these things are sent to challenge. We've actually been here about 4 or 5 days now, haven't we?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got a clue anymore which day we got. When did we came here?
Don't know what day, but I know it's Saturday. I know it's Saturday because there's football today. Anyway, enough of that excitement. Alright, van lifers. So we're at Anchor Point, Morocco. That's a bit obvious, but yeah. So the last time I was here was 40 years ago. It's 38. I think I was 17 years old. Came here with a bunch of lads from Croydon, surfing here, and it was in February, so the surf was good. Good solid 6 foot a few days. And it was just peeling off the point there, where you can see the swell lines. And yeah, it was our first. I mean, I've been to Tenerife before that, but I've never been to somewhere as exotic as this, that's for sure. I've certainly never been to Africa. It's the first time I've been in Africa. And I was trying to think of the lads that I came with. Ogre was here, Simon Lovelace, Dave Allen, Slim Dave Allen, absolutely smashing the surf when he was here. He was a really good young surfer. Skullhead was here, Mark Saunders. Tomo. Stuart, and there was a couple of older lads whose names have completely. It was a long time ago. I've not seen them, either of them, for a long time. I think there was maybe 3 of them who came here, who kind of knew the score. I think they'd been here before, so, and we just happened to be all coming out at the same time. So it kind of took us under our belt a little bit, and we landed in the airport. I remember because. We shared a taxi from the Agadir airport to Tagazout, and it was 25 quid, and it had been 25 quid for that taxi for years, but what it did mean is they had roof racks and you could get your surfboards on the roof, and it was alright. But it was a bit of a culture shock getting to Tagazout back then. There was no electric, there was no toilets, not Western toilets anyway. There was the Moroccan variety of toilets, or just generally the standard hole in the floor. And then a bag to put your toilet paper in as well, that was a bit of a shock. But it was good fun, and the surf was good. A couple of things happened which will stay with me forever. Is we on one of the, I think we've been there a few days, but it was a particularly sunny day. There wasn't a lot of surf. We walked up here and we decided it would be a good idea, so we could get ourselves a good tan, to get vegetable oil and lemon juice and cover ourselves in it for the all perfect tan. And we burnt the fucking shit out of ourselves. I've never been so burnt in my life. It was crazy, really. We should never have done it, but you know, when you're 17, 18, you're just not switched on enough. And the offset of that is, I think we spent the next 2 days in bed. I don't even think we got out of the room, just recovering. The first day definitely didn't go anywhere or do anything. Just drank water and ate bread, which was all right. The other thing is, we were playing down where those fishermen are there. I think it was me, Tomo, I can't remember, maybe Ogre was there. But like it is today, there was a bit more swell. So every time the water went out, we would dare each other to see who would go further down, touch the last stone, and then run back before the next wave would come along, and obviously would have destroyed you if it had caught you. And we were messing about doing that, and then Tomo said, "I'll show you." And he fucking ran down there, got right to the edge, dropped his trousers and did a shit. And even now, as I stand here 40 years later, I can't get I can see it, picture it. Little poops flying out of the fucking Tomo's arse as he had a shit. Things you do when you bathe. Oh, and then the last thing is we found hashish. We were young, didn't give a shit, and we were smoking hash. And I remember playing cards in the evening, and we were playing gin rummy, because there was no TVs or anything. There was no kind of entertainment in the evenings. There wasn't even a bar. I think there was a restaurant. There's certainly no alcohol. So yeah, we just chilled out and got stoned every night. It's fucking great. I had 2 weeks here, and went back after 2 weeks absolutely black, especially after that our sun tanning. I think I lost a layer of skin as well, but yeah, quite touched, really. Touched is probably not the right word, but it was an amazing 2 weeks with a good bunch of lads, and we had great fun. And it all comes back to me sitting here now, having a look at it. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. I've got to find Mrs. Harris somewhere. Morning van lifers from the Agadir garage area, industrial garage area of Agadir. So it's just vans, trucks and services everywhere. Although they do have a very nice mosque. Stunning. We've got Hassan over there. He's digging into our... We've got an issue with the turbo. One of the gaskets leaking. And we've got to get it sorted out. We've got too much mileage coming up to not have it working properly. So Hassan's digging into it and opening it up. So report back later as to how we got on with that. Although I quite like Hassan. He seems to be on the fucking game. So I don't think it's going to take him too much. He says it's not going to take him too long. So, but we'll have to see. Anyway, no drama. I'll have to turn around. Sun's a bit fierce. Oh, there you go. So today was a good day. We, as in the previous video, we went into Agadir and we had a major result. Really fantastic, really good. They gave us a price of 100 quid plus parts as a kind of budget price to see what it would cost. Anyway, they were at it for 6 hours, and I think they had lunch for half an hour in the middle of that, but that's neither here or there. And so they said, oh, we're all finished. So we went and saw Aziz, and we said, how much, mate? And he's like, it's 80 quid all in. So it was 20 quid less than they quoted. 20 quid less, which is, I don't know, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. It's the sort of thing I would do. It makes you human, doesn't it? I mean, he could have just said 100 quid and I would have paid it, to be honest. I wouldn't have made a lot of fuss about it. You know, it's the rule of the jungle, isn't it? You know, if it took him 8 hours or all day or something, you know, he may have tried to screw me for a bit more money, but that wasn't even an issue. You know, it was just genuine looking after people, just being nice and just doing the right thing. And yeah, I think it's a lovely it just shows how lovely the Moroccan people are. You know, I mean, it's just like the UK. You know, you get some rough ass fucking thieving bastards at home, and I dare say there's some here. Well, there are some here. But it was just lovely to have that. The mechanic Hassan, I'll give him a hug when I left. I'm so pleased with him. And it's transformed the truck. The truck is gone from, it just sounded rough. You know, I've driven it for 2 years now, so I know what it sounds like. And it didn't sound right. It sounded like something wasn't right. And the compression was slowly getting worse. And then obviously you put an extra strain on the engine and the turbo, because I'm over revving to try and get up hills that we need to get up and stuff like that. Anyway, drove away from the garage today, and we drove 15 miles, yeah, maybe 20. Anyway, so we came back to Anchor Point, which is obviously seems I'm spending a lot of time here, but it is just lovely. The sun's coming down at the moment. There's a few people there. I dare say quite a few people, though. Cars are going to disappear shortly once the sun goes down. That's usually, if there's good swell, that's just peeling off. Just a fucking beautiful wave. I came here specifically today because there was talk of swell, and there is a little bit of extra swell. You can see it. I mean, you never know. Maybe tomorrow it might just peak a bit. But it's a great place. Anyway, never a dull moment. That's enough good vibes today. Quite funny dogs here. After last night we parked up, and we'd had a bit of aggravation. I don't know if it was aggravation or intimidation, but on Sunday night we had we were parked up, and up past 11:15, a Moroccan car, came up, parked next to us, and then proceeded to put his radio up on full blast and have Arabic music blasting out. And so I woke up to that, and we are surrounded by bars, so I thought maybe it was just a bar, you know. I didn't actually give it much thought, really. And then literally the music went dead, and then the car drove off. So I don't know if they didn't want us parking there, or they were just being funny. I mean, you hear things like that in van life all over the place. I read a couple in I think they were in Cornwall somewhere, and they got eggs thrown at them, and they thought it was something personal and got really upset about it all. And then they talked to someone local, and they said, "Oh yeah, no, it's just kids, and they do that. They're local kids, and they have a bit of fun throwing some eggs about." But it's silly little things like that can put you on edge a little bit. So off the back of that, we parked next to another van lifer last night, but a bit closer to the bars where we parked up. Not that there's a lot of bars, and that was fine. There was a band playing outside, drums, which was quite nice to listen to. It was good tunes, and it's quite funny to listen to. They finished about 12, which was alright. It was particularly late, I wasn't bothered about that. And then about 2 o'clock, fucking dogs barking around outside, and they were just barking for no reason. I don't think they were scaring anyone off, they were just barking to bark. Gosh, it fucking wakes you up. And then we had bloody mozzies flying around, and we had to squash 2 or 3 of them, and it was just, you know, an unsettled night. And that just happens, you know. We've had quite a few of them. It is what it is. Goes with the territory. You're in Morocco for a start, so you're going to get mozzies. I mean, fucking mozzies at home, don't you? So, but it was what it was, and it was fine. That sun's coming down lovely now. Look at that. Looking forward to that. I'll try and capture that before I switch off for the night. So yeah, there you go. So a good day, and let's hope it continues. Anyway, no drama. Well, I know you got a mouth full of cake.
No.
Because you're eating cake.
What have you done?
I've been eating cake as well. What do you think of the cake?
Very, very nice.
I think it was about £3.60, wasn't it?
£3.29, I think. And
thank you for the precise sum.
Well, it is around
anyway,
£3 for 5 cakes.
5 of those. Was there 5?
Yeah.
And they're very creamy and they're very nice.
Mm. Very tasty.
And is that caramel? The last one?
I don't really know.
Alright. Well, do you want to hold the camera while I test it?
Go and test it. Try the chocolate one first.
Is that your spoon?
No, that's your spoon. Doesn't he eat noisy?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think he got a bit of a tongue of either banana or
Right, and this looks like coffee, doesn't it?
it's definitely not coffee, and it's also not caramel.
I don't know what that is.
The first one was tiramisu. It's the first one. The other one was, but I don't know. But it's very, very, very nice cakes. So if anyone comes to Morocco, make sure you try their cakes because they're delicious.
So that's cake of the day. Afternoon, van lifers. So we've left Anchor Point because, well, sometimes it's just you've been there long enough. And then this is the next kind of, well, it's not the next village, but it is a village along the road of the coast that we're following. And look at it, they're beautiful. Love the colours. Really smart. What a spot. Great beach. But we're probably not going to stay here. We're probably going to drive up the coast a bit. Well, we might park over there a bit. I don't know. But I'm not sure we're going to stay here. We'll just have to see. There's Mrs. A.
It's lovely. It's such a nice place.
Yeah.
Really nice. Love it. Loves the colours. Very pretty.
Right, what are we doing? Afternoon, van lifers! Yeah. Twice in an afternoon. So this is where we settled on. Oh, what a spot! Look at that! Look at that! It's just fucking gorgeous. Little waves in the background. What a gorgeous place. So we found this through Park for the Night, and it said the guy said it's very Portugal-like, and it is because of the cliffs. And I mean, you can't go anywhere in Portugal without seeing a cliff, can you? But yeah, no, very nice. We're going to chill out here for the day. It's nice to see something different. Probably a night will do it, and then we'll go further down the coast in that direction. Oh, there's some people down there.
Where? Oh,
Enough of that. Enough of that shenanigans.
Huh?
Right, it's going to have a cup of tea. Maybe make love. I don't think you'll be able to hear me because the wind is blowing. In fact, it's blowing so badly that we had to move. We're kind of topped over there now because we're under that kind of little cliff there. We're kind of out of the wind a little bit. If we had to move, we were. I don't think we were going to get blown over. My wife was flapping. Anyway, if you come here, I have no idea where it is, but it's fun. Very different. Love it. Morning, van lifers. There's Mrs. Hale. Look at her. Woohoo! She wasn't like that yesterday. She was fucking panicking like buggery. Oh, it's too windy. It's too windy.
come on! It blown away all our seats, our table, everything.
So we were we parked up, got the seats out, went inside for a cup of tea, a bit of cake, and we didn't have any cake. And there was a little squall, and the chairs nearly blew away.
Into the sea.
Into the sea.
Down the cliff.
Down the cliff. So luckily, I ran out with bare feet.
And luckily I saw it.
Luckily, Mrs. Ale saw it, and we saved the day. And then that was just the start of it, and then the wind just picked up, and it must have been 60 mile an hour. It was quite heavy, and in the end we had to drive here. We couldn't stay where we were, it was just too windy. Anyway, we came here, parked up here, and that little cliff there saved the day. Got us out the wind. It was all good. I know. I know it doesn't matter. Right, I'll get the engine on.
don't need to brush your hair or you brush them.
I'm beautiful as I am. No drama. So slowly we made our way up the coast, and the following few bits of footage are really just from our road trip. It was quite different to what we'd seen up to now. Lots of trees, lots of nice mountain climbs, and lots of windy roads as well, which was quite interesting. And it was one of those driving experiences when you just love driving. It's you never know what's going to be around the next corner, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think Gizzy did. She was smiling, but that may have been wind. I'm not really too sure. But generally, it was a lovely part of the drive, and we kept going on that day. I mean, look at those views; it was just stunning, and that was the norm. And the hills weren't too steep, and we could just cruise up and we could cruise down, and we didn't really have any hassles. It was a lovely day's driving. This next section of road got a bit dicey as there weren't barriers in all areas, and it was quite close to the cliff, and it was a long way down. So yeah, twitchy bum time. Afternoon, van lifers. So we've moved up the coast, and we are in, where are we?
Imessouane?
Imessouane.
I don't know.
Something like that. But look at the view we have for lunch. Oh, we've got a new friend. Hello, new friend. Oh, we've got two new friends. And a puppy.
Oh, the puppy is eating the bread. And now someone comes.
We've got our own wolf pack now. Now this place definitely got the reward for the best, most beautiful surf spot that we found in Morocco. Stunning landscapes around and views of the mountains. Not a lot of surf, it was only like 1.5 feet. And there must have been 200 or 300 people in the water. So yeah, and this is a bit of the off season, what it's like in January in the winter. But yeah, what a wave. I dare say actually, in the grand scheme of things, when there is a good solid swell there probably isn't that many people in the water. But on that particular day, looking down, it was early in the morning, the sun had just come up. There was a lot of very happy people in there, and I don't know if you can see, but there was actually a dog surfing in there. I know that's not the first time you've probably ever seen that, but it's the first time I've ever seen it in Morocco. Yeah, but what a beautiful place. Yeah, very difficult to park, and they didn't particularly welcome campers. that's it for this week's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit more a personal touch than what we do. See you all next week. Have a good week. No drama.